Hello everyone and welcome to our new webinar. My name is Theo and I'm part of the AECO Space team. We are AECO Space. We are official SketchUp distributor for Eastern Europe. We are VR training center and we are place for a 3D artist and future 3D artist. In today's webinar, we are going to talk how can we use Sandbox tool and how can we make this terrain. In this webinar, I want to show you what is exactly Sandbox tool, how can we make wine modeling and terrain from wine modeling, and how can we use optimal Sandbox tool for our project. Let's open SketchUp scene. Here we can see our different terrains. The first thing, this polyline, we're going to make terrain from them. Sandbox tool come with SketchUp and he's on SketchUp. This is the Sandbox tool bar here, and first icon is from contour. Here we have a couple of polylines, and when we select these lines, we click to from contours and we make terrain. We make a form from this line. Also, when we select our terrain, we can move. This object is different parts from our lines. The next icon is from scratch. With this tool, we can create grid. I press here, and first I have to make grid space. This grid is this size on the box. I will put 1000 millimeters and press enter. I press with my tool and I drag, and I see this red line. When I press again, I drag my mouse up and I make a plane. Press again and click, and let we see what we create. This is a plane for a modeling. When I click twice, I'm inside on the group in this model. I press here on the Smoove tool, and with this tool I can create geometry. I can move up and down vertex point from this grid. Here I can see my radius from my tool. Maybe 300, and press enter. Now I want to show you how can we use this tool. When I press to one point, I can move up and move down these points. But this is the smaller radius. Let me make bigger, maybe 2000. I directly writing 2000 and press enter. Now I see my radius is bigger. I press again and I can create different form, like here. Let me make a bigger radius. Now, when I press, I can move up, and do you see here in this offset, I can put my higher, maybe 7000 millimeters, and press enter. Now let me see how can we make different forms and how can we smooth our terrain. I press here on this terrain. This is ready for modeling and ready for smooth, and I choose from default tray, soften edges. I press here and press soften coplanar, and now my terrain is smooth. Also, I can view, I can see my hidden geometry. When I click here on the view, I press hidden geometry, and now I can see how many polygons I have. Okay, I will switch off this hidden geometry. And now I want to show you how can we create a stamp. The next icon from our tool, Sandbox, it's Stamp. Let's create for 6 sides. I will take the polygon tool from large tool set, and I will change this side to 7. Okay, I drag and create our plane. I will make group and put my stamp close to the terrain. When I want to create a stamp, my object have to be close to the terrain. It's like a projector, and let we see. When I press the stamp, first I press here and choose my object. This red one here is offset. I can change this offset, maybe 2000, and press enter. Okay, now I press to my terrain. I can move also up and down this form. This is the very useful way to create our plane for house. When we modeling our terrain, we can put our house here. Let's see another one. I will change this terrain. and make higher hue. Maybe this is very higher, and I press with my mouse and drag my mouse up and down. I will smooth my terrain. And now let me see the next tool. After Stomp, we have a Drape. Drape make a contour on our terrain. Let's take again this polygon. I will copy this polygon and press here and use my move tool, move to up, and now I'll take Drape, press to my object, and press again to my terrain. I create the project form on my terrain. Now let I go inside the group. I can select this form, and if we have a joint push pull, we can extrude this form and make very interesting geometry. If you remember our last webinar, I show you joint push pull tool. Let's see how can we use here. I will press to joint push pull and extrude push pull. When I click here, I can push pull my form. And this is a very interesting way to create soft geometry in SketchUp. Okay, before to show you how can we use the last two tools from Sandbox, I want to show you how can we use on our project. Here we have a house. This is the basic model. I don't know this model from SketchUp 3D warehouse. 3D warehouse is very useful for artists. I take this polygon, this is the floor to our house, and I create the copy. I want to use this copy to make a stamp, like here. Okay, I will take again this from scratch tool to create my grid. Okay, I'll press again and let we create some smooth form. When I press I move my mouse up and down. Press again and now I take my floor for a stamp and maybe a center to my terrain and move up and press Stomp. Maybe this offset is too bigger, 2000. I will change this to 500. Oops, 500, and I will press enter. Okay, now I click to my terrain. I see this percent here. Maybe it's too bigger. Okay, now it's look great. But sometimes I have a very deform things from my Smoove tool, and when I take again Smoove tool and change the radius, 500, no, 5000, it's okay. I can smooth this form. Here I can smooth my form when I press. It's okay. I pull up my mouse. And before to put my house, let us see the last two tools from our sandbox. The first one is add detail. When we go inside in the group to our terrain, I will select with my mouse this region here. When I press here to add detail, I will separate this polygon to a lot polygons. I will put in more polygons, and I press add detail. I see this percent here. And now I can make my terrain smoother, maybe 3000. I change my radius and press up. Okay. The next tool is flip edge. I have to be inside the group to my terrain, and when I press to flip edge, I can select one of my, and when I press here, I rotate this edge to other position. Okay, let me smooth our terrain. I will move this stump. Okay, soften edges, soften coplanar. We can see hidden geometry when I click here on the view, hidden geometry, and now I see where is my stump for house. If I wanna make another changes to my terrain, I can press and go inside the group and continue modeling. Maybe here is very high. I have to put down this hill. Okay. I'll change my radius again, 5000. And this is the very useful way to create terrain. The Sandbox tool is a very powerful tool. We can use also to create very interesting 3D panels. I will show you. I'll take this. When I copy this one and flip along in green direction, and this is my mirror object, I can take this point and put close to this. I group this object, make a group, copy, and flip along on red direction, and I will connect these 4 panels. Press the move tool, take this point and snap here. I make a group again. And I can make a lot of this wall. This is like a model, and when I copy this model, rotate, mirror, and flip along, I can create very interesting form. If you like our webinars, you can press the button subscribe in our YouTube channel and to see our future webinars and recording. If you wanna find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, LinkedIn, please use these links. We make a trainings program. If you want to understand more, you can visit our website and to improve your skill in SketchUp. Thank you for your attention. For me, it was a pleasure to make this webinar today. And for any technical question, you can find me here on theo@aeco.space. For any sales questions, you can ask sales@aeco.space. Okay, thank you for joining us in our webinar today, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye from me.